Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. You know, I just met this really annoying squid who wanted to be a comedian. He couldn't stop cracking jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Horrified Greek Monsters from Ravensburger.
From ancient Greek mythology to Roman lore as well, there's a creature kind of creepy, but he's got some sex appeal. He stands at 9'7" and you'll never hear him talk. He's only got one eye, but he really likes to rock. They send him from the building down to what if he did. Now makes up just then about the Cyclops kid. He's got a tiny temper and an itty bitty fuse. If you're the one who lit it, then you're probably gonna lose. Mysterious and mighty with a really killer mind. Lives in a volcano making weapons for the gun. They say he ain't a baby, so what if he did? Now makes up just then about the Cyclops kid.
We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review.
Horrified Greek Monsters is the latest iteration of the Horrified game system. Here, you take on roles of various Greeks as they attempt to battle monsters in Greece. Ancient Greece, that is. Now, if you've played the other two editions of Horrified, you probably will know how to play this game. The game board is very similar to those other game systems. Of course, you have various spots along the board, and then you have the various items you're going to put into a bag, mix up, and draw and place on the game board. Now, this game comes with 6 monsters, and of course, depending on taste and difficulty level, you can play with as many as you would like. But first of all, you have the Basilisk. Now, for the Basilisk, you have to actually collect a number of temples before you can defeat him. Now you have Cerberus, and Cerberus has various gate tokens. You're actually going to roll to try to open those gate tokens. Now you have Medusa. Now throughout the board you have various mirror tokens. You're trying to find the mirror tokens, get Medusa to move into the mirror tokens so that you can then place those mirror tokens on her monster mat. Now you've got the Chimera, and the Chimera has various parts of his statue you're trying to locate and put on the board before you can vanquish him. You have the Minotaur, who is lost in a maze, and what you're going to try to do is manipulate the maze in order to get through it so that you can defeat the Minotaur. Now you've got the Siren, who's got various tone tokens. You're trying to essentially flip those up, play a matching game. You have to get all of those matched before you can defeat the Siren. Now, one of the things that's different here is several of the monsters actually have a lair. And at the beginning of the game, you're going to mix up the lair tokens. You're going to place them in different parts of the board. And what you're going to do through the course of the game is you're going to go to the lair and try to uncover it so you can find out which monster is associated with that lair. Because very often, in order to engage in their destruction, in order to play their games, you have to first locate their lair. So that's an important distinction from this version from other versions of Horrified. So players are going around and around, they are finding items, they are attempting to locate the lair of the respective enemies, they are doing the mini games, trying to accomplish the things they need to do in order to get to a point where they can vanquish the monster, and then of course they must finally vanquish that monster. Once they have defeated all of the monsters, then the players collectively win. Horrified Greek Monsters. So I'm a big fan of the Horrified system. I loved the first Horrified. I love the theme of that. The second Horrified game I loved a lot as well. In fact, I think I like the mini games better than the first game for American Monsters. And so I was very interested here in Greek Monsters. Now, my birthday was a little while ago, about a month or so ago from when I make this video. And my beautiful fiance, Kim, she actually bought me this game for my birthday. And so I finally got a chance to play this on the table. We actually were on a trip. We played it once there. And then I played it again with Ray a little while later. So this game, like I say, it's very reminiscent, very evocative of those first 2 Horrified games. And what makes the games different, really, I think more than anything, comes down to the mini games. And that is to say, how do you defeat the particular monsters? I think this game, again, is a lot of fun in that regard. The monsters are good. Particularly, I like the Minotaur with the maze. I thought that one was a lot of fun. The Siren with the tones was a lot of fun. With Medusa, you're actually trying to kind of bounce her around the board to get to the mirrors and then to get to kind of a certain space where she's defeated. That was a lot of fun. I think, oh, the Cerberus with the gate, and you got to roll the die to get the right die combination. That one was really fun and unusual. I really like that quite a bit. So in short, I really like this game. I think it's super fun. How would I rank it with the others? Well, as I say, I still think the first game thematically is my favorite. Mechanically, I think the second one's my favorite. So this comes in third in both of those regards, but it's still a super lot of fun. I guess the question really is, do you need this one if you've got the other two? And of course, I would probably say the answer is not really. If you're a completist like me, you'll want to pick it up. And certainly, if you are somebody who um, just likes to play these new mini games, and has a lot of fun doing that, then you'll probably, again, really enjoy this one as well. I like it. I'm glad I've got all three. I'll probably continue to play all three here and there. I think for my money, Horrified is one of the great all-time cooperative gateway games. This is the perfect game perfect game system to teach people who are new to the hobby. Look, this is kind of some of the things that new board games can do. And so I love Horrified on that account alone. But it's still, there's enough meat, enough strategy, enough sugar and spice that even veteran, grognard gamers like me, really enjoy a game like this. It's super fun. So my recommendation for Horrified Greek Monsters is I would say buy it. I'd say go ahead and buy it. But again, if you've got one or the other two, maybe you don't need it, but you probably want it. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, I ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. I'd ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. I'd also ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson PhD, where we talk about military history, books on history, fun things like that. I'd ask you to please check that out, and please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I'd also ask you to please give a thumb to this video on Board Game Geek. And if you really do enjoy the content we bring to you, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask you to please click on the Super Thanks button and leave a tip. I'll bet that Medusa has had some rocky relationships.
He fought Kronos, the mighty Titan, in a battle most exciting. Made a trident for Poseidon.